Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Seeking in Style. Today I wanted to just do a quick review on the Solly Baby wrap. So I just want to tell you everything I love about it, things that I maybe don't love so much, but overall I do love this wrap. It is by far my favorite baby carrier. I have 3 different ones. I am going to do reviews on comparison of them all. I also have the Tula Explorer carrier and I have the Wild Burbank Sling. So, but today just going to tell you a little bit about the Solly Baby wrap. I, number one, love the fabric of this. So this is made of a lensing modal fabric and it is so soft, so stretchy. It just feels like super nice against my skin and baby skin. I also love that it's just beautiful. So it's a really nice, this is called their Oat Dot pattern, but they have all different colors and little patterns and things like that. So they're just really nice, very attractive. When I put it on, I don't feel like it kind of like takes away from my outfit. So if I'm going somewhere and I want to wear him around, it still kind of looks cute. So that's like a little positive. It does have this little pocket built into it for storage. I'll be honest, I don't use the pocket a ton, but it would be great if I was taking it in my diaper bag more. I am taping this during the COVID quarantine, so I really haven't been taking him out too much where I need to put this in my diaper bag, but it is great that it folds up nice and small into this little pocket and you can throw it in your diaper bag. For travel it'll be great, so versus like a larger carrier where you kind of need to make a little bit more space for it, you honestly probably wouldn't even notice this taking up any space in your bag. So yeah, so I also love about it that it is pretty easy. Like the first time I did it, I didn't have to redo it. I was able to get him wrapped in it the first time and he honestly fell asleep within 30 seconds of me putting into it. He loves this wrap. He feels super snug and cozy against me, and it works really, really well. So anytime that I can't get him to sleep, pop the Solly Baby on and he is conked out. So I will show you how I wear him in it at the end, but I do like that it is kind of adjustable. So, well, it's definitely adjustable to your different widths of your waist and things like that, obviously, but also when I have him in it, he can either have his head tucked just on one side, or I can actually kind of tuck him into both sides. So if I'm going outside and it's really sunny or it's cold and I kind of want to cover him up all the way, I can do that. So it'll actually cover his entire head, so no sun will get in there on his eyes or his little skin. So obviously his legs are still sticking out the bottom. I do wrap him with his legs out because he just likes to be a little bit more mobile. But some babies, when they're younger especially, you might want to put the legs in and then they're completely covered in there. So from any of the elements from outside. So I do especially love that. And yeah, I just think that it's a great wrap. It's very comfortable compared to my other wraps. I do like that I feel like I can kind of stand up and stretch a little bit in it, because from baby wearing, your back will start to hurt a little bit if you're wearing them too much, and just from breastfeeding and everything else. When I have him in our Tula carrier, I feel like when I go like this, it kind of is pressing his head too much against my chest. But since this fabric is so stretchy, I can kind of move around, I can get comfortable myself while he's in there without waking him up, without, you know, it hurting me or hurting him. So so yeah, I love that it's lightweight. I love that it's super easy to wash. You just throw it in the washer and dryer. You could hang it to dry, but it's pretty long, so I throw mine in the dryer. It didn't shrink, looks just good as new. Yeah, so I think it's a great carrier and I highly recommend the Solly Baby. Alright, so here's the Solly Baby wrapped on me. This is how I set it up right before I put Luca in. So that is kind of one, I guess, negative if you'd say, although I think this is kind of true of most carriers. You do need to put it on before you put your baby on. I think the only sling that I can actually like put on me while holding him would be my ring sling, because it's already threaded and you just loop it over your head. But you do kind of need to like tighten it and stuff, so honestly pretty much all wraps you kind of need to put on before you pick up baby. So they might get a little fussy for a minute while you put them down and then you can pop them in, but it is very quick to put on, so that's great, because if you do have a cranky baby and you just need to like get them calm, this takes about 30 seconds to put on. So also Solly Baby is super smart. They put a tag right in the middle, which makes it super easy for you to find the middle, because it is a lot of fabric. that is probably my only negative. I know I just said that, but my only like real negative, I would say, is that this wrap is very, very long. So if I was to be outside or kind of in a place that's not my home where I know the floor is kind of clean, it can drag on the floor. So if you don't want it to drag on the floor, you kind of have to be like really smart about how you put it on. When I'm at home, it does just dip on the floor when I put it on, and it is what it is. But so that's the one thing that I would say compared to my other wraps, they don't touch the floor when I'm like putting them on. So yeah, so I just wanted to point that out. Also, I love that you can use this wrap as soon as baby's born. So they do say that, you know, unless your baby has maybe some medical issues, obviously you want to consult with your doctor, but you can start using it as soon as baby comes home, which is great. So you don't have to wait until they're like 7 pounds or higher, as some of the other carriers are. Another negative, I guess I would say, is that you can only use it up until 25 pounds. So my other 2 wraps, I can use them up until 35 and 45 pounds actually. So sadly, this being my favorite wrap, I'm only gonna be able to use it until he's 25 pounds. And our little guy is already over 12 pounds. So I feel like he's gonna grow out of it fast. So those are the negatives and positives of it. And now I'll show you how I wear him in it. All right, so here it is. I have my little man Luca in here. He just woke up from a nap and was super cranky, and now that I've wrapped him in here, he is already super calm. Like I said earlier, works like a charm. Great for getting them calm, getting him to sleep. So yeah, so I have his head out right now. A lot of times he does like his head out, and I have his feet out too. But as he gets relaxed, I like to tuck his head in, and then it supports it. So otherwise it's somewhat supported, but I like to still keep one hand on it just to kind of cradle his head. He doesn't have full head support yet. He's only 2 months old. So as you can see, the back is not twisted, nice and flat on my back. And then, yeah, so I'll show you how I can tuck him in here. So you can actually tuck their head on either side. It doesn't matter which side is wrapped underneath, but since he's kind of leaning this way, I'll just tuck his head there, pull the fabric over a little bit more to give him full support. And there he is. And then, like I said also earlier, if I want to totally cover him from going outside in the sunshine, I can just pull this side up as well. So he is getting taller and longer, so I just tie it lower to give me enough space to do that and to support his head. And you can hear him, he's actually like snoring a little bit in there. But yeah, so there is the Sally baby wrap and all the reasons that I love it, and a couple negatives, but overall it's definitely my favorite wrap, and I think you'll like it too.